Thank you for watching another video. This is a part of this series of the unarmed guard training for the Arizona Department of Public Safety basic unarmed guard 8-hour course. This is actually a part of a 40-hour unarmed guard corrections professional training, but it meets or exceeds the 8-hour unarmed guard course. So we're gonna talk about the expectations of the private security officer in a correctional setting. Specifically, we're going to talk about the expectations of the public and how the public perceives the basic correctional professional and the security professional in the correctional setting. Okay, I think anybody has ever seen, either by watching TV or maybe this video here. I'll give you a few minutes. Could be pretty funny.
Okay.
Well, just by looking at the video, we know that sometimes people tend to turn humor into something that's actually a reality, or a reality. They can take something that's occurred already in real life and make it something funny.
You weren't?
I love these
All
kids.
I said was, you gotta let me out of here.
This is in real life. This stuff has happened.
So I do have to let you out of
I
here?
always look at some of these things and say,
Okay.
you know, it's a shame that there have been so many people that have fallen victim to their own stupidity. And so the first tenet, or the first thing of the public's expectation of the correctional officer, is to keep people in custody and to keep them from escaping. I think that a lot of times folks tend to think that it's a cut and dry thing, but the complexities, not just because of how jails and prisons operate, but the intelligence and how much time people who are in custody and have been serving time, how much time they have on their hands, they can get very crafty at trying to escape. So, you know, we have to make every effort to keep those people behind bars and make certain that they serve their sentence. Sometimes there's errors that occur, usually some type of paperwork where documents are sent either by error or signed off, and it's always that correctional professional's responsibility to verify documentation by both sources, the courts and by the other agencies, to make certain that the release dates and sentencing computations are correct. So we'll get more into that in other videos, but the public's expectation is that you keep those people in custody. Okay, so that's the big one. Public's other expectation is that you don't make friends with that person in custody, that you don't become so friendly with them that you enable them, or you become an instrument of them, and then you are now a party to other criminal activity that they're intending on do, either by third party or allowing them or assisting them in doing other nefarious activity. The public is expecting that you don't do that. Okay, the public's expecting that you don't get yourself into extramarital or some type of sexual relationship with an inmate. The public's expecting that you don't do that. Okay, I say these things because as of late, in the past 10 years or so, they've actually passed laws that say you can't do that, and that you can go to prison if you do that. So keep these things in mind, that the public has very specific expectations with reference to how a security professional operates in a correctional setting and how correctional professionals operate overall. So when you're performing security work in correctional setting, or you're providing security work as support of corrections, to include, prisoner transports or watching inmates in a hospital setting or whatever it may be, an extension of that activity of them being in custody, all these rules and laws apply to you. So the public has that expectation that you are keeping the public safe by doing these things, by making certain that these folks do not get out of custody, and that you're abiding by all these policies and rules in order to disable their ability to continue committing crimes. In most instances, I could say there's a percentage of people in custody that want to rehabilitate. And then there's some that, while they're in custody, they're learning how to outsmart or get better at their craft. Okay? Don't turn into their guinea pig, and don't help facilitate their ability to become better criminals. So, on to the next section. There are going to be multi-sections of this orientation, but just keep that in mind, that the public has an expectation of you, as you do of every correctional and security professional who work around inmates and in the correctional setting.